This might be the truck that finally makes you rethink everything you know about full-size pickups. For years, we have been told that buying a truck means compromising. You either get raw power, or you get reliability. You get luxury, or you get utility. You get a comfortable daily driver, or you get a rugged-off, road machine. But now things are getting serious. No one expected this kind of bold, unapologetic move from Toyota, but the 2027 Tundra is not just an update, it is a complete reimagining of what a modern truck can actually be. You are watching Auto Insights, and today we are breaking down the 10 undeniable reasons why the 2027 Toyota Tundra might just be the smartest, most emotionally satisfying vehicle purchase you can make this decade. And honestly, there is a lot more going on beneath the metal here than the spec sheets will ever tell you. Let us start with the first reason, and it is something that keeps buyers awake at night. The financial peace of mind. Buying a full-size truck today is a high-stakes gamble. We are seeing average monthly payments push past the $1,000 mark, and if you pick the wrong model year, you are basically setting a pile of cash on fire. But the 2027 Tundra represents a massive resale value reset. Because this is a comprehensive mid-cycle refresh with a completely new front-end architecture, sharper LED lighting, and a more sophisticated design language, it instantly makes the older models look dated. In the truck world, the new look is currency. A 2027 Tundra will hold its value significantly better than the 2022 to 2026 models because it represents the current, refined era of Toyota design. If you want to protect your investment, waiting for this refresh is not just a suggestion, it is a financial strategy. And this brings us to the second reason, which is where the real visual magic happens. The design evolution. For years, enthusiasts clamored for something that felt both rugged and premium, and Toyota has finally delivered. The 2027 Tundra introduces a bold, modern, and rugged look to the front end. We are talking about a crisp, square front geometry with a vertically aligned strength that communicates power and maximum hauling confidence. The grille designs adopt a rugged hexagonal theme that adapts to different trims, giving the truck a wide, stable stance. But the real statement piece is the new TRD Pro exclusive color. It is called Honeycomb, and honestly, this is impressive. It is not a bright, screaming school bus yellow. It is a rich, gold, caramelly hue that catches the light in a way that feels both aggressive and incredibly premium. When you see this truck in person, the color shifts. In the bright sun, it pops with a vibrant energy. In the overcast shadows, it deepens into a sophisticated metallic gold. It is a color that demands attention without feeling cheap. Paired with new color, matched door handles, and a stunning new steering wheel featuring a forged carbon fiber-like aesthetic at the bottom, the truck feels like a completely new animal. But here is the thing: power and looks mean nothing if the truck beats you up while you are driving it. Which brings us to the third reason, and it is a detail that most people completely miss. The suspension revolution. Most full-size trucks still rely on traditional leaf spring rear suspensions. They are engineered for maximum load capacity, but they come with a heavy penalty. Drive a leaf spring truck with an empty bed across rough pavement, and you will feel every single bump, hop, and jarring impact. The Tundra, however, uses a coil spring rear suspension, and the difference is not just noticeable, it is transformative. For 2027, Toyota is taking this a massive step further with the introduction of Fox QS3 adjustable shocks on the TRD Pro models. These are not the same shocks found on the smaller Tacoma. They are specifically tuned for the heavier body of the Tundra and Sequoia. The QS3 technology stands for Quick Switch 3 settings. This is a manually adjustable remote reservoir shock that allows you to change the damping firmness with a simple turn of a dial. You have a soft setting for daily driving and high-speed desert runs, a medium setting for mixed terrain, and a firm setting for slow, technical rock crawling. Paired with signature red TRD upper control arms, new BBS forged wheels, and aggressive Falcon Wild Peak all-terrain tires, this truck is no longer just a capable off-roader. It is a precision instrument. Stay with me because this part changes everything. The fourth reason you need to consider this truck is the sheer unapologetic accessibility of its new off-road credibility. For years, if you wanted a factory-built overland rig, you had to pay for the absolute top-tier trim. But Toyota is flipping the script. The 2027 Tundra Trailhunter is the cheapest way Toyota has ever sold an overland truck. The package sits on the SR5, the second rung of the ladder, making it an incredibly accessible entry point. What does Toyota hand you when it moves its overlanding kit down to a working trim? It starts with Michelin LTX trail rubber wrapped around bronze 18-inch wheels. 18s matter because a tall sidewall absorbs what a low-profile tire sends into the truck. Underneath, the standard dampers give way to Old Man Emu units from Australia. That name means something to people who build trucks for long, grueling trips. It is genuine aftermarket hardware fitted on the factory line. Toyota also bolts on front recovery hooks, a locking rear differential, crawl control, and multi-terrain select. Crawl control is essentially low-speed cruise control for rock and mud. You pick the speed, and the truck works the pedals. No other full-size truck is arriving from the factory with this combination of overlanding hardware at this price point. And wait, it gets even better. The fifth reason is the powertrain confidence. When Toyota dropped the V8 in 2022, it was a bold, controversial move. Early issues, specifically a machining defect that led to debris inside the twin-turbo V6, raised legitimate questions about long-term reliability. For buyers making a significant investment, that history was a reasonable concern. But Toyota has spent the years since actively working through it. Multiple production cycles have refined both the standard i-Farshi twin-turbo V6 and the i-Farshi Max hybrid system, with measurable improvements at each stage. The 2027 model carries these now proven powertrains forward. The standard V6 delivers 389 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque, while the i-Farshi Max hybrid climbs to 437 horsepower and a massive 583 pound-feet of torque, but the numbers only tell half the story. The true magic is in the torque delivery. Because the electric motor is housed in the bell housing, it fills in the torque curve perfectly. There is zero turbo lag. When you press the throttle, the response is instantaneous. You get a surge of controlled, relentless force that keeps building without hesitation. By 2027, this will be a powertrain with 5 years of accumulated development behind it. That track record is worth waiting for. But there is one problem, and we have to be brutally honest about it. This brings us to the sixth reason, which is also a potential twist. The long-term reliability promise is strong, but the execution of some new features leaves a little to be desired. While the Fox QS3 shocks are a fantastic upgrade, they are manually adjusted. This means that to change the damping setting, you cannot just press a button inside the warm, comfortable cabin. You have to get out of the truck. You have to get down on the ground, reach behind the wheel well, and physically turn the dial. If the ground is muddy, wet, or covered in sharp rocks, this is not an ideal situation. It is a minor inconvenience, yes, but in a world where competitors offer electronic, in-cabin adaptive damping that adjusts in milliseconds, Toyota's manual solution feels a step behind in terms of pure convenience. It is a trade-off for reliability and simplicity, but it is a trade-off that some buyers will undoubtedly notice and criticize. Furthermore, while the interior is getting a massive upgrade, the TRD Pro is still built on the foundation of the limited trim. This means that while the front seats are incredibly supportive, the rear seats do not get the heated and ventilated luxury of the Platinum or Capstone models. And despite the premium feel, many enthusiasts are still hoping for a simple, practical addition, a storage shelf above the glove box on the passenger side. It is a small detail, but in a truck designed for adventure, every inch of organized storage matters. This could be a risky move for another reason as well, which leads us to the seventh reason, the tech overhaul. Stepping into the command center of the 2027 Tundra, you will notice some beautiful, thoughtful updates. The biggest news, the massive 14-inch touchscreen display is now standard across the board. No more small, frustrating screens on the base models. The software behind it is entirely new this year. We are talking about lightning, quick responses, 5G data connectivity, a custom home screen, and an enhanced, "Hey Toyota," voice assistant that can even process passenger voice commands to adjust their specific climate zone. But the most surprising addition is a built-in dash cam. That is right. The truck now has a drive recorder that can record 20-second clips either on request or automatically when an incident is detected. It uses the cameras all the way around the truck to do it. You might be able to send that information directly to your insurance company or the police. It is a feature that matters more on a trail, or in a busy city, than most buyers expect. Stay with me because this part changes everything. The eighth reason is the safety net. The 2027 refresh will bring the latest Toyota Safety Sense 4.0 suite across all trim levels, including the cheapest one. We are talking about improved camera and radar hardware, a wider detection field, and sharper automated responses. Blind spot and cross-traffic systems are specifically expected to receive enhanced calibration on a truck that is already leading the segment in standard safety content. Furthermore, the integration of predictive hazard detection means the truck reads traffic patterns, anticipates sudden braking, and even adjusts lane positioning based on surrounding vehicle behavior. These aren't just flashy features. They are practical tools that make everyday driving and long hauls safer, more controlled, and less stressful. Technology that handles them consistently is not a luxury. It is working protection. And this brings us to the ninth reason, the anti-compromise versatility. Historically, high-speed off-road trucks sacrifice towing capability due to the soft, long-travel rear springs required for desert running, which sag dangerously under heavy loads. But the Tundra appears to have found a brilliant loophole. Because of the increasing rigidity of the Tundra's fully boxed frame, combined with the impressive low-end grunt of that hybrid powertrain, the Tundra is projected to maintain a massive towing capacity of up to 12,000 pounds. Think about what that actually means for your life. You no longer have to choose between a dedicated tow machine and a weekend desert toy. You can hook up a massive premium camper, pull a heavy-duty flatbed, or tow a boat to the lake without sweating the weight limits, and then go tear up the trails the next day. Heavy-duty trucks are a nightmare to drive every day. They ride like bricks, they are hard to park, and the maintenance is double the cost. By giving the 2027 Tundra heavy-duty level capability in a half-ton package, Toyota is giving you the best of both worlds. You get the luxury ride and the daily usability, but you can still pull the heavy loads when you need to. It is the ultimate one-truck solution. And finally, the 10th reason, the ultimate value proposition. When you look at the competitive landscape, the math starts to make a lot of sense. A Ford F-150 Trimmer sits near $65,000 today. A Tacoma Trailhunter asks over $65,000. A 4Runner Trailhunter asks over $68,000. Every one of those is a top-tier trim. But Toyota is calling the Tundra Trailhunter a more accessible way in, and that is the entire reason the package moved down the ladder to the SR5. If the number lands where Toyota is pointing, this becomes the Tundra worth waiting for. You are getting aftermarket-grade Old Man Emu suspension, bronze wheels, recovery hooks, crawl control, a 14-inch screen, 5G connectivity, a built-in dash cam, and TSS 4.0, all for thousands less than the competition. It undercuts the entire compact and mid-size truck market in value, while delivering full-size capability. If this actually launches like this, it is game over for the competition. It is not a perfect truck for every single person, but it is a highly intelligent, deeply considered machine that offers a distinct and valuable alternative to the current market leaders. It blends hybrid efficiency with extreme capability. It offers performance without sacrificing range, intelligence without complexity overload, and durability backed by Toyota's reputation for long-term reliability. This balance could shift buyer expectations entirely. It is not about choosing between power and practicality anymore. You get both without compromise, and that is exactly why people are paying attention. And this is why Auto Insights is keeping a close eye on it.